Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is San Diego MTB. To start, we're doing Tunnel 5 on Del Mar Preserve again. We'll start right on Rancho Toyo Pai, whatever that is. Then you'll come off right here on the little circle area. You'll follow this rim, keep going, get on this main road, follow this way, then kind of in the same area as Tunnel 4, which is this eucalyptus area. You'll snake right over here. Come on, drop down this yellow line, follow the trail. Sometimes you can go along this black line. I talk about why you can't, why the whole drama in the video has started because of this. So you can just go up this way and then down. It's a little harder, but you're being more respectful to the park rangers. But yeah, let's get on to the video.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. As you know, we're doing Tunnel 5. This trail is probably the trail with the most drama in the area, as well. Pretty much it all starts with environmentalists, and it always does. So pretty much, if you've been to the Del Mar Mesa, you can see the sign for the organization that started the drama. So kind of by that parking lot where the 56 on-ramp is by the Del Mar Mesa, there's a sign that says your tax dollars at work, and it's got the environmentalist group that's doing all the work here. So they're the ones doing the work down in like Deer Canyon at the end of switchbacks, where they're pretty much, their whole plan was there's a bunch of invasive species taking over these little like creek beds, and that's not good for whatever the hell. So they rip them out, but so they rip out everything, pretty much kill everything there, and then replace them with native shrubs. But then they have a bunch of sprinkler systems, so the only thing really growing there, I mean, the shrubs are growing, but shrubs are kind of more slow growing. So you have a bunch of weeds that I bet you aren't native growing up there. They're taking over all these shrubs, and then even funnier is some of those invasive species are kind of still there, and they're regrowing because they're getting so much water that it kind of makes no point. So the meaning of this is Tunnel 5, the trail we're on, which a lot of riders love just because it's a tunnel, and we love our tunnels here. The end of the trail flew right through this invasive species anti-attack agencies people in little pet projects. So what happens is they say you can't ride through here, and they shut down Tunnel 5. Well, people aren't about that because all they did was just put up a fence, and it's literally like 30 yards, if that. Actually, I'd say it's less. It's probably like 20 yards, I'd say, from the end of the Tunnel 5 trail, like from the start of this environmental protection things, and the like walk trail, like where switchbacks comes out of. So there's about 20 yards, and they say, oh, this whole trail's just go dead. Well, the thing is, most of it's dirt. Like, you can walk in between these shrubs, around the sprinklers, and around these invasive species that they're pretty much just regrowing because they put sprinklers there. But yeah, so you can pretty much walk around, and they're not having that. So what they do is they put a bunch of cactuses there. So when people try to ride through, they pop their tire. That's just real nice, you know? Got my pedal caught. So yeah, they put cactuses. But you know, us mountain bikers, we're smart. We're like, we know, since it's only 20 yards, we're fine with just getting off our bike and walking 20 yards and avoiding these cactuses. But no, that's too much. So now they go through and they kill these cactuses that they plant, so no one can see where their dead thorns are lying. So even if you try to walk through, you're gonna step in a thorn. Which I think it's kind of ironic that someone who's trying to protect native species is killing native species to stop people from killing native species. And I'm gonna put killing in parentheses or quotation marks because they were never stepping on the native species in the first place. because no one wants to step in a bush. But I continue. So people are like, well, heck, that sucks. I don't want to walk through some dead cactuses and get my tires topped, because you will get thorns in there. I've tried. I was just doing a test. I was like, I wonder if it's possible to walk through here without getting a thorn. I tried my best, and I got like 4 thorns in my tires. And I'm like, well, that's kind of mean. So us mountain bikers have a smart idea. We're like, what if we make an around trail that just wraps around this native environmental people's project, and no one gets harmed? You know, mountain bikers can still ride. Sure, we have to bike uphill like 30 yards, then down a bunch. It's like a small, big detour. But, you know, at least we get to ride our favorite trail, Tunnel 5, you know? Well, they're not having that. They're like, you can't do anything without a permit or ribble rabble. So what they do is they're like, there's too many people riding Tunnel 5. So they go to the head of the trail where we kind of started this video off, and you see these shrub oaks, you know, pretty nice big trees, pretty key to the ecosystem of the area, you know. They provide lots of shade, better draining soil, so you have nice healthy soil and nice grasses growing around them. You know, more stuff can live. Well, they have the bright idea. So we can't have people riding on our trail, or can't have people riding on Tunnel 5. So we're gonna, I was in the wrong gear because I'm talking about this dumb idea. We're gonna cut down these shrub oaks and then block the trail with said shrub oaks. Like, for an environmentalist group, you think they would know that cutting down trees doesn't help save the environment. Like, if it did, we wouldn't have so many logging regulations. Like, trees are really good for the environment. So they cut down the trees, and then the mountain bikers realize, hey, we can just lift up your tree and push it out of the way. So this goes back and forth for like 3 times. You know, mountain bikers pick up a tree, move it. The environmentalist like, well, we'll cut down 3 trees and block it. And they're like, okay, we'll just pick up 3 trees and then do it. They're like, okay, we'll cut down 10 trees. And they pick up 10 trees and move them. And I think that's kind of where it's staged right now. But if you would count up that's like 15 trees that had to be cut down just to stop. Because the mountain bikers had this bright idea of, well, there's this other section that we can just ride through, and we just ride over grass, and that's about it, and we can get to the area, and we don't have to have them cutting down trees. So now they're cutting down more trees to block multiple areas. Pretty much, it makes you wonder, our tax dollars are going to the environmentalist groups that I think have done more harm, wasted more water, and more money than just if they just left it how it was before. And it got more people pissed off. Because now you got park rangers running around, they're like, oh, right here, as you can see, there used to be a hole in the fence. Gotta be careful, they tried to spike this trail too. Ah, would you look at that, eh? Someone made a clear path. Now this, so as you can see, you head that way. Someone kind of cut through the barbed wire, which I don't know how much I agree, but you see, here's some weeds and some sprinkler systems. It used to look like this, but I'll show you the detour route that they made, since I'm gluttonous and love to pursue myself to punishment. You gotta watch out for some of those dead cactuses, because the thorns like don't biodegrade, they just stay there and kill a tire and kill a tire and kill a tire. It's quite annoying. Pretty much you'll get on your bike, and this is the detour that people made. And it was kind of an already built section, so it was kind of understood. You just take this, but they didn't like us doing that. But yeah, that's the drama of the Tunnel 5, and I think it's kind of stopped right now. I think the park rangers and environmentalists have just given up because they themselves realized they were cutting down too many trees, and that cutting down trees doesn't actually stop mountain bikers. But you know, I'm just here to report trails and keep you guys up to date on what's going on. I'm not going to take any opinion on this. that could get me kicked off the trail. Yeah. Here's the end of this drop set into switchbacks. Thanks for listening. If you want, put your opinions down in the comments on what you think about this trail drama, and I'll see you next week. Bye.